Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick. Today I'm going to talk about something that is kind of hot in news right now, and that is what on earth is going on with Kanye West and his new album, Donda 2. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click on that link down below and go check out the Vinyl Den Facebook group. It's such a cool place to continue the music conversation. There's a link down there for the Vinyl Den merch page. We got t-shirts and sweatshirts on there. There's also a link for the Vinyl Den Spotify and Apple Music playlist where we're kind of updating music that we're talking about on the show every week. And if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give it the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we release new episodes. So I'm sure you've seen now that Kanye West announced that his new album, Donda 2, is only going to be available on his stem player. So, and I'm sure you guys have seen Kanye has kind of been known for the last decade and a half for making, big crazy statements and doing some strange things, but he's also known for making some great music. And I think Donda, and I will admit I'm a big Kanye fan. I've been a big fan of his music since the very beginning, but I think Donda was one of his better albums. So when he announced that Donda 2 was going to be available sometime this month, I was pretty excited to check it out. But with the whole stem player thing, I mean, if you go online, I think stemplayer.com is the only place to go buy the stem player. And after shipping and taxes and everything, it runs a little over $200, $220, $230, something like that, which is a lot to pay for a single album. But if you don't know, a stem player, you're able to put a track on there or put an album on there and kind of isolate different tracks, and you have the ability to do different listener mixes and things like that of an individual album or different individual tracks. So it's actually kind of a cool kind of music thing, but I think it's really kind of a bad precedent that we're setting for albums to only be released just on a stem player. I think a lot of people out there, at least a lot of the comments I've seen on social media, have been, oh, this is just Kanye being Kanye, doing some kind of crazy thing, trying to take advantage of his fans and trying to get more money out of his fans. And I don't think that's really what he's trying to do, even though it is what he's trying to do. But I think kind of the overall thing that Kanye is really trying to address, and it's something that I think only major artists today can really try to change, is the pay structure the music industry has over the artists. Artists, especially in the streaming age, have been only getting a sliver of a percentage from the actual streams from whether it's Apple or Spotify, whoever it is. And that's something that Kanye did address when he released a statement about his new album. I think his numbers were like 15 or 16% of the music or the money that the music industry makes every year goes towards artists. And that's probably correct. While that number might not be exactly correct, I'm not really sure, but it is pretty low. The amount of revenue that the music industry takes in every year is huge. And we know and it's not really over the last decade or two, it's really over the last 50 or 60 years, we know the music industry has taken advantage of artists really since the beginning of music, or at least recorded music. So I think what Kanye, in a way, is trying to kind of solve is that revenue issue. I think in typical Kanye fashion, I think he's trying to address a specific issue, but kind of going about it the wrong way. I think maybe a bigger or a better way to kind of tackle this issue is to get a big group of artists together and really kind of look at, because stem players probably are the way music is kind of moving forward. And we might never get to a place where stem players are the dominant way that people listen to music. But I think stem players are definitely something that we can look at moving forward, and maybe kind of get to a point where they're not $200 for a stem player, but maybe something a little bit more reasonably priced, and and we're able to buy music directly from the artist instead of through these big labels that are really kind of have always kind of taken advantage of musicians. So I think to kind of look at this what Kanye is doing and what he has said and kind of blow it off as, oh, that's just Kanye being crazy. To a certain extent, it kind of is, but I like I said, I think there's a bigger issue here that I think a lot of people are kind of missing. And Kanye did tried to, I think, address it in his statement, but I think a lot of people have kind of missed that, and maybe I think a lot of the comments I've read on social media are also people just reacting to Kanye's move to kind of, I guess, monopolize his album, and maybe not really digging into the story of what exactly he's trying to do. Like I said, moving forward, stem players and stem player-like technology, I think, is kind of a cool, innovative kind of thing moving forward. Maybe something that we're going to see become more popular in music. Just like I said, you can take an album, put it on the stem player, isolate the bass track, isolate the drum track, isolate the vocals, do different mixes with the audio. It's kind of a cool kind of thing that I know has started to become popular. I know they've sold, even since Kanye announced this, I know there's been several thousand stem players that have been sold. So like I said, it is something that's going to be a little more popular moving forward, instead of fighting against technology like we did with digital music in the early 2000s. So let's look at something like a stem player moving forward, and maybe looking at different ways to make it more affordable. Not the $200 to $250 range, which is a pretty pricey gadget, which you're not able to get a lot of music on at this point. So maybe we should be moving that way and trying to see how we can make something like this, a new technology, a little more affordable to more people, instead of maybe looking at Kanye West as like the villain in the story, which I don't really think he is, even though he's kind of coming off that way. I just think he's just an artist that's trying to take advantage of something that maybe isn't really mainstream yet, but probably will be eventually. Well, that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. I know Kanye over the last, couple of decades has done a lot to piss a lot of people off, so I understand a lot of the hate that the guy gets out there. Musically, I think he's done a lot of great stuff over the years. And I like I said, over the course of the episode, I understand what he's trying to accomplish, but maybe he's kind of going about it the wrong way, and kind of overcharging a little bit for what he's trying to do. But I think music is moving, music is evolving, the music industry is evolving. Hopefully, we'll get to a point where the industry is able to evolve to a point where musicians once again start making money off their music, because they really haven't over the course of the last 20 plus years. But I don't know. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. And that's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.